right, Zach, so tell us about On Air at the Turks.
All right, so I'll give you the abstract version. Podcasts are hot, great way to get content out, great way to differentiate yourself. About 6 months ago, I thought that I might want to get into that realm, start a podcast. To this day, I have not started it yet. I'm doing the planning, and the way that I am, I want to plan everything out, make sure it's effective, and make sure the content's good, which is most important. But in the discovery process of researching it, I realized the time constraints, how much time you need to put into it, the fact that there's only 2 podcast studios in the state, or 2 studios that can facilitate anything like this.
Wow.
They cost money, $100, $125 an hour just to rent them. And I knew that it would be difficult for me to travel, so I said, why don't I look into doing my own podcast studio that I could use. So I started to look into that. It was expensive, where do you do it? So I was able to make an agreement with my building owner here, and it's on the same floor as our main office. So it's a stone's throw away from where I sit at my desk. I knew that if it would be close, I would shoot more and I'd create more content. But as I went to set it up, I realized, and the entrepreneur in me, but also that corporate responsibility piece, knowing how difficult it was for me to set this up, and the fact that it was costly and there's not really any other options, I thought it would be a good idea to offer it to others. And this is not a business where we're renting it out trying to make money.
Right.
This is a platform to get your message out, positive message. We want this studio to be a platform to get your either individual message, company, organization, if there's nonprofits that want to talk about what they do. So that's what this studio is for. If you have a positive message, whether it's on your company, whatever you want it to be, reach out to me, and you have full use of our equipment, full use of the backdrop.
Nice.
And that's why we said On Air at the Turks. It's a Turks Head building. Although this is a Northpointe podcast that I'm going to do, we didn't market it with Northpointe because we want people to use it. This is not for attention. I'm going to use this for my podcast, but this is goodwill. It's expensive and very hard to produce a podcast. This is something that hopefully, and others, I want our partners to use it. Obviously, we're sitting in this studio. I want our referral partners to use it. So this is for our partners, anybody out there that wants to get their message out. What I think is important is for this to be a beacon for positivity
And
promotion and professionalism.
Yes.
Right? If somebody wanted to come in here and record something like a song or something to put out, we haven't earmarked anything that we don't want in here, but it's not necessarily what kind of content, but we want good, positive messaging content. That's what this should be about. Engagement, and education. If anybody's watching and they want to use it, but Bates, you can't use it. So
No Bates. No
You gotta
Bates.
shut the kitchen off on Bates and the studio.
no kitchen, no studio.